time for healing and wars to end. It's time we look upon each other just as friends. It's time for ending our foolish ways. The time has come, the time is now, it's time today.
Hello and thanks for tuning in to SCV-Arts and Entertainment. I'm Gloria Locke. Today we're going to our happy place and paint. We offer a series of quick painting parties, so to speak, inspired by famous artists such as Van Gogh, Henry O. Tanner, Georgia O'Keeffe, and Monet. So we thought it would be interesting to do one on camera today. Our Let's Paint Like series is great for all ages, although I personally am passionate about bringing arts to the schools because I care about kids. I've been teaching art in Santa Clarita since 1994 when I started with 12 homeschoolers, and I've stayed connected to the community through teaching in local classrooms and currently at Hobby Lobby with my after-school enrichment sessions. You can always reach me in person or online to inspire, educate, communicate, and motivate kids. Today, our inspiration is Van Gogh's Sunflowers. So as I get set up, let's take a quick moment and look at some inspiring moments in the community with SCV-Arts.
You're a VIP at SCV-Arts.
The 5th annual Smokey Robinson Invitational swings into Santa Clarita.
We love coming to Santa Clarita. It's one of Smokey Robinson's favorite places to play golf.
Today it's a couple of things. We're going to raise awareness of our cause. We're going to have a lot of fun. And we're also going to raise money. This is our second largest fundraiser of the year. And Smokey Robinson has been our host for the last 5 years. And he is such a pleasure to work with. And he brings out a lot of his friends.
Not only is he a legend and an icon, but he's also a great golfer too. But more importantly, he's a prime example of how to use your platform. Obviously, he could choose many things, but Midnight Missions is just one of many things that he uses his platform to give back.
Why is it so important for you to come every year to Santa Clarita?
Because it's a great cause. I mean, the Midnight Mission is one of the most wonderful charitable places that there is in the country, you know, and they take care of a lot of people. And I think that that's necessary, especially in today's world when we have so many homeless people and so many people who have been displaced and what have you. So the Midnight Mission is on it, and I'm very, very, very proud to be connected to the Midnight Mission.
I had an amazing childhood. I never wanted for anything. But all my life, for whatever reason, I was born with these insecurities, these fears that really shaped the person I became. I really kicked in around junior high. I just always felt awkward around people, socially awkward, uncomfortable in my own skin, different. I don't think it showed in the outside, but I just always felt that, okay? Later in life, it led to a life of a lot of drug use and alcohol. I've used, it was in high school the first time I took a drink, and it kind of became the answer to all my problems. When I was out in the street, I really lost hope, of course, in myself, but I was so ashamed of what I was. I thought people didn't want me around. I thought people looked down on me. The club and just my time with others at the mission really shatters all those old ideas. I have friends today, they're more like family, that club. They call me regularly, and it's just, like I said, I'm just throwing out the old me and just making room for the new. I laugh a lot more than I do. All things are only going to get better as long as I stay on that path. So thank you very much. I just wanted to share that with you guys to let you guys know that I'm a product of the mission. I do not know where I'd be without them. So thank you so much, guys.
Typically, drug and alcohol addiction is about a third, mental illness is about a third, and then circumstantial is about a third. Now, somebody doesn't become homeless overnight, typically. It's a slow process into homelessness where somebody has to adjust the way they live to how they have to survive. So when we see somebody homeless on the street, we see them as they have progressed over years. But you or I would not be homeless tomorrow. What would typically happen is we'd lose our job. Maybe we'd stay with some friends and some family for a while. We'd wear out our welcome there. Maybe we'd stay in a shelter, but now we're having to be in and out at certain times. We're losing more freedom.
I think that the mission behind everything is so amazing, and it's something so positive that the Rams are excited to be a part of.
There are so many people, especially in today's world, who are homeless, who are hungry, who have nothing. And when you come out here and you play in this tournament, you support this tournament, you're supporting the Midnight Mission, who does wonderful work. And I'm so happy and so proud to be connected to the Midnight Mission. And we had originally, when they came and asked me to do this, it was only supposed to be I was supposed to do it for 1 year. I'm going to be here every year because this is so wonderful. And it's so great to have all of you out here. And everybody have a good time and enjoy yourselves and put down the correct scores.
What would you like to accomplish today on the green?
I would like to win this tournament.
To find out how you can be a winner by participating in the next Smokey Robinson Golf Invitational, visit midnightmission.org.
For SCV-Arts and Entertainment, I'm Gloria Locke. Welcome back to SCV-Arts and Entertainment. Time to be inspired by one of the greatest painters of all time, Vincent van Gogh. And since this is a painting session, I took the opportunity to sketch it in already, which is how it would start if you came to a painting time with me. During 1888, Van Gogh did a series of sunflower paintings. This painting that we're doing right now is called Sunflowers with a Blue-Green Background. So I am using acrylic paint today. Notice how the cross-hatching is done to create texture. Who knows how many paintings Van Gogh did in his lifetime? 900. How many paintings did he sell in his lifetime? Only one, according to the Van Gogh website, and that was called Red Vineyards at Arles. For the sake of time, I had already painted this and it's dry, so I'm going to go and move down to this one. I'm partial to filberts. Filberts are these tips that are tapered, and I absolutely love those for painting. And just to get started, we're going to add a bit of brown back there because his corners there are a little bit brown. All right, perfect. So again, notice that you're not painting a wall, okay? Noticing the light has changed, so it's right in front, so I'm adding a little bit more white there. And again, keeping that momentum with cross-hatching and just moving across the painting. I really encourage kids to take this one. Even adults have always enjoyed this particular painting, and I just love Van Gogh because he had the heart of an artiste, loving people, wanting to spread love with his art. I'm going to even add a bit of yellow right there just to make it sing right there. There we go. Look at that. All right, so I'm not going to do any details just yet, but I want to do this vase right now. We're going to start at the top, looking good. We're just going to add some yellow to what's already there. And again, we're going to work fast because acrylics dry quickly. Pull that around, get that vase in there. Texture, texture, texture. Very important with a Van Gogh piece, right? Just because you put pencil lines there, they're just a guide. They're not really there to trap you in. Highlights, so important. You see this great big one here? Highlights are always white. And down here, the peachier part, let's go on and add a bit more of the peach and white. And it's not dry yet, so I can actually add a little pinch of blue. Why am I adding blue? Well, that's because shadows on Earth, we're on planet Earth, have blue in them, all shadows. So whenever you're going to reach for black, don't do that. Just go on and grab some blue first, put that in, and then we can add the other colors. I hope you have a brush in your hand and you are joining in with me. Yay. All right, so for details, I put on my glasses. Yeah. All right. All right, now this is surgery, so you really have to get in there. I balance my finger on here. And it doesn't have to be a super straight line because Van Gogh's isn't. You just kind of follow along there and make that happen. Isn't that awesome? Beautiful. And the other side. All right, vase. Let's do a little bit of the outlining that he has here. Okay, keep that brush stroke very, very fine at this point. And things are still a little bit wet, so they blend nicely. Still balancing with my pinky. And look at that. Oh, by the way, make sure that this part is not straight across. Since vases are round, you want to get that rounded edge there. I'm looking at these three here. So I'm going to take green and brown and let's go right in there. There, that's great. It's going to get lighter as we blend out. So I like that. Let me go on and get this little part since I have the right color for that one. Now I'm going to blend out. What I love about Van Gogh again is the texture. So you want to really pile it on, and look how I'm doing this with dots, okay? All of a sudden I just changed the brush stroke just to kind of create these little dots here. And I'm noticing some brown here, so this is what you're gonna do for these three. And as you can see, I have lots of books, especially for kids to study and explore famous artists. So look at this. Here's a good brush stroke. You're just going to take this and flick it out there. I'm going to get a little extra water there. Just going to watch this. See? Just kind of bring it out. And see, you just kind of take the lighter ones and bring it out. So awesome. Look at that. Let's get that in there. All right, I like this guy because he's got a few things going on. I'm looking at the darkest edges here and just add a little bit more. Keeping it thick because that honors Van Gogh, right? And that's one of his trademarks, right? Don't be skimpy with the paint. There's this technique again. I like this one. All right, there we are. So let's pull that up. Oh yeah, that's looking good. Got my detail brush right now. Art is so amazing and exciting. You know why? Because you take a blank canvas and then you turn it into something awesome. Like, who can do that? Only artists can. That's fabulous. Awesome. All right, we're almost finished. Only a few more left. Can you believe it? So artists will generally start with the dark colors first and then work toward the light. But so far, so good. I'm loving it. Let's get a little extra yellow here. Oh, that's perfect. So look at this. I'm just going to swing, swing, swing the brush that way. get some darker tones in there real quick. Gotta create, okay? Creating. In the beginning, God created. So we are just being like Him when we create. How amazing is that? All right. Right here. Remember, it's thick. So if you don't take anything else with you today, make sure when you're doing a Van Gogh piece, lay on the paint. Don't be stingy. There we are. So take your time when you do the details, because it matters. So awesome. And because these are closer to the light at the top, I'm adding more white. Perfect. We're almost switching over to green right now. One thing that's amazing though is that we have his artwork that we can look at in museums, and that's what you want to do as an artist, leave something behind that will inspire people, and he certainly did that. All right, it's going to be green now. Doesn't that look amazing already? Wow. All right, now the green is just going to bring everything together. I think I've got everything. Yay. All right, so again, we start with the darkest area, okay? It's called the core shadows. All right, look at this. Whee! This is just a fun piece here. You just turn your brush a certain way and you can create these. You rinse, get a little more green up there. All right. A little slower now along the edges, just to create that. Whee, there's one. Another one there. Awesome. So you have to kind of look at each little thing as you go now. Once you head to the details, one little stroke means so much at this point. See? One little brush stroke. I love how it's still wet. I can pull some of that yellow with it. That's so awesome. Yeah, look at that. Okay, let's go over to this guy. There we go. I love art. I love teaching art. I love kids. Always there for after-school enrichment at Hobby Lobby there. Children are our future. Here's a funny guy. Let's get him. He's got some personality. One brush stroke, see? Just like that. Bring it around. Closing in now to the finish line. And at this point, if you were in my class, in our little session, I would ask you, do you have any questions? You know, what are your questions? What do you have? So if you do have questions, contact me. You know where. You know where to find me. You know, dive into art. It's a fun place. It's our happy place. It is a happy place when you're doing art. So let me put up just a few little details, my own little expression there, of course. Yeah. Now you can see that I did finish that, but this one I even signed it, okay? So, thank you for watching SCV Arts and Entertainment. I'm Gloria Locke. Perhaps you were inspired today by our Let's Paint Like Vincent van Gogh, who said, I feel there is nothing more truly artistic than to love people. So be inspired today knowing that God loves you, and if anyone didn't tell you today, you are special, and you're a VIP at SCV-Arts.
You're a VIP at SCV-Arts. It's time for healing and wars to end. It's time we look upon each other just as friends. It's time for ending our foolish ways. The time has come, the time is now. It's time today. It's time for peace. It's time for love.